Itoshi Sae Flow State from Blue Lock. I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil, use an eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. His head is teeny weeny. We're going to try and get the full thing. His right foot, well, the left foot to us, that boot's cut off, so we won't be able to fit that in. But we'll go zooming. Zoom, baby. Into his head. Shoop. Start with his eyes. Massive eyes. Crazy big eyelashes. Like his brother. So let's try. Okay. Diagonal first. And then we'll curve it across the top of that. Like they're really big now. Goes underneath his hair on this side, but we'll draw it in anyway. Sacrifice a bit of detail when you're this small, but okay. And then they always do this sort of spike in Blue Lock. Very spiky. And then the bottom eyelid line is quite light, you know, it's not as dark as the top one. And then he has these little sort of eyelashes down here, little spikes. So his iris is kind of, in the manga it's just all white. But in the anime, they do sort of green iris. And then a black pupil with like a white glow in the middle. So you could do this sort of bullseye kind of thing, which might work for us. So you just do another sort of circle inside that circle. You know, and that's kind of glowing and then green around. That's kind of the way they do it. In the manga though, it's all white, so you could, and black around. So it's up to you what way you want to color that. So his eyebrows are quite big. He's got big eyebrows. There's an eyelid line here actually first, and then this big sort of pointy eyebrow. How high up is this? Did I go too low? No, it's pretty, that's what it is. Okay, so kind of like that. Right, and the other eye, just here, start with the diagonal, this inside, and then we go across the top again. Very big, dark. And that spikes. Spikes a couple of times. And the bottom is a very light one. And we got those little eyelashes just hanging out down here. And then the glowing circle iris. It's kind of like maybe here. And then we'll try that bullseye in the middle. Then we got an eyelid line just above. and an eyebrow. Again, quite a large eyebrow. It's real thick at the front and then kind of goes back this way. His hair covers a good bit of this. Well, if you want, like, you could move the hair if you wanted. Okay, so super hyper concentrated eyes. Then we got his nose, right? And they just go sort of like that for one side. And then the nostril sort of there. And his mouth is kind of open. He's kind of like very small mouth, right? So it goes, you could leave it closed, you know, if you wanted, kind of like that. But we will open it up as if he's like, you know, super zoned in. So then his chin. So his head is like a little bit turned to the side. So say we got like, it's like his cheek area sort of coming out here. It goes out that way and then goes around that cheekbone. Sort of up there, right? All right, and then this side then goes this way. We'll just gradually sort of curve it up then for his jaw. And some of that will go underneath his hair. But that's basically his face shape. His eye and all that stuff. Now, so that hair of his, so he's got like a fringe on both sides, right? So say we go, so kind of, say if I did a spike here, and then it kind of covers his eye a bit on this side. And then comes down here. It's pretty long now, this hair on this side. And then, so we start to get some like hair spikes and stuff. This is like his hairline along the forehead. Bring it down this way. So we should see a bit of his ear there as well. And then he does have sort of little spikes for his fringe and stuff all here. And then this, again, longer sort of hair spikes then down here for the side of his hair. And then we get the ones that kind of stick out this way. Just all goes out then this way. Okay, that'll probably do. Now, anatomy. So in the manga, it's kind of his legs are like black fire, but they do sort of purple and numbers. So, okay, try and get the sort of torso position first. So his back, right, and his shoulders. Sort of here, right? That goes out to his arm. And then, say like his chest on this side comes in that way. And then it should go like in there as well. So this is like the center line of his chest. And his body, like his t-shirt, his jersey, there. And then we get like his armpit. So this is all bumpy because it's fabric, right? So it's all sort of fabric lines, and it's all folding over his anatomy, you know, it's being pulled. So this is kind of just the torso area down to his legs. Okay, it's kind of the shape we're dealing with. So we can see just a few details like his collar. Where's that? So it comes like, so from like here, goes down and around the back. In the front of that, kind of just a V sort of in there. And there's a little detail on the jersey there. And then like a circle or something here. And then the Japanese flag. It's kind of lower down, maybe here. And then they have those details for the jersey. So like it's like that sort of spike here, which goes around the back. You can't really see the other side. Right, so we just finish the white part of his sleeve, just here. And then just like a black line there. because that arm goes that way, and the other end of his sleeve somewhere here. And it can be bumpy and wavy because of all the fabric lines. Just all on here. Oh yeah, 10. There's a number 10 here. That's just, can be bumpy again. It's actually better if you draw it kind of bumpy, actually, because it wouldn't really make sense, you know, if it was straight because of all the fabric being pulled. So I'll do like the arms and sort of legs together, but we just get like his shorts maybe. So one knee going that way and the other one kind of straight out here. So this is like the center line of his shorts. And then the other one there. So it's like a pulled fabric line just going across this. And then it goes across his knee and like in behind his calf. We just draw that black line as well. That's on the bottom of his shorts. Da 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 da. Okay. No limbs. So I'll do the bottom half first with the football, and then we'll deal with his arms. So we'll do the football first, right? So it's like in behind his knee. So his knee be, well, I'll do the knee first maybe. Got like all these muscles on his knee. This is like his calf. The sock. Just get this because just so we get the ball in the right place. Calf muscle, knee muscles, all the muscles around his leg, and then football's here. So if you have a stencil, something circular that you can trace around, do that. If not, try it freehand. Right, not bad. And then, so we'll just bring these details down this way. And I'll finish his boot around the back. So kind of the heel curves, and then it goes in and around for the sole of his yellow shoe. And then there's a black line going all the way around this. And then we got the studs, sort of those modern type of plastic ones, molded studs. And there's some details on these. They look like kind of pumas or something. So then I'll do the football shapes. So this can be tricky. So it's like, you know, all these patterns inside the blue lock football. So these are all like connected. So you got say like down here. It's a 5-sided shape, and then they just join. It's tricky enough, like, you know, if you're trying to get it accurate, you know. It's not an easy thing to draw. But once you get used to it, I guess you just know what it looks like. I've drawn it a few times now. Nothing wrong with just tracing this part if you want it, you know, if it's too hard to draw it freehand. As I always say, if you trace things enough, you'll be able to draw it. Your brain just remembers. Well, your hand remembers, kind of. Okay, so thigh muscles, joins his sort of knee and then his calf on this leg. And it gets real skinny down here. Down to his other boot, which we can't really see. There's like a top section. Down. There's just like ankle joints and stuff down there. Shin guard and sock. So like sock has a black line. Shin guard like that. Getting there now. Kneecap, I forgot. Like so. I'll put some grass just coming off his, you know, because the AstroTurf and all that stuff is like flying up. So we got to do arms and hands now. This one first. So thin limbs. So like here. Forearm down to wrist. And he's got gloves on. So he's got these black with these little circles on them. The hand is drawn pretty crudely. Not a lot of detail put into it. So looks like just the thumb is kind of stumpy out here. And then we go down to like a knuckle. And then his finger. And then we go again. Awkward hand position now that's really small as well. So, but that's kind of the way it is, roughly, and it's kind of all blurred out and stuff like that. So, the other one's like up a weird way. Let's see. So we go elbow and forearm first, bicep. His wrist. It's weird, it's like twisted backwards. So it's like the wrist thing is there. Right, so then, not, they don't put the best detail into these fingers, but what? That is definitely wrong. Whoa. Okay, so we'll go with Noko and then down that way. Sorry, the picture in the anime is weird, but sure, we'll do our best. I think we can see his thumb going that way on the other side, and I think they knew because they covered it in all these effects. Oh well, but hey, that doesn't look too bad. We fixed it a bit. Right, there's like all this energy and stuff coming off him, and you can add all those glow effects if you like. Purple or black. It's black in the manga. But there you go, Toshi Sae, Flow. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.